Welcome to another Figuring Out Japan video. We sell all the coolest Japanese collectibles and figurines straight out of Japan, and you can find out more details about us in the description of this video, including our Facebook page and our eBay store, including where you can buy these items from. So what we'll be looking at in this video is the Haikyu Creator series. So Haikyuu is basically a high school volleyball series, so if you're into volleyball or you like sports series, then this is definitely one that you will want to check out. It's actually, we didn't think that it was that popular overseas, but we started selling Haikyuu figures last year and it has been very well received. There's definitely a lot of love out there for this series, so that's fantastic to see. Now to date, these are the only creator figures that we've seen released in the Haikyuu series, and the reason it's called Creator, if you're wondering, is because it actually, you can't see it very clearly, but down the bottom it says here, the reason why it's called Creator is pits the sculptors with the photographers, if you can read Japanese, against each other. And and you can see as well here is you've got the photographer and the sculptor. Now this actually started last year with the One Piece series, but they've since extended it to Lupin, Haikyuu, and Kamen Rider, a few others. So this is basically what the box looks like, and these are some of the pictures that the photographer has taken of the figure. Now one thing actually with these figures, I might just show you the other box while I'm sorry about the moving camera, while I talk to you about that, is there are actually two versions of each figure in this series released, and the B version is a lot rarer. There's a limited quantity of those released, and it has a slight color variation. In some cases that makes sense because, for example, the bikini Nami, or the swimming Nami for One Piece, she actually had a green and a white bikini. So it kind of made, it was kind of okay to have two figures, but normally it actually really annoys me that they release two versions, and particularly with a series like this, why would anybody want the figure on the right? It just looks like a ghost or something. So it's really odd how Banpresto have done that, and I really don't like it. I just wish they just dropped it. They're doing it now with the Jeans Freak series. They're starting to do it with the Master Stars piece, like multiple colored versions of the figures. But we normally just sell the A version because, one, it's more common, therefore it's more affordable for you guys to buy, and more importantly, just it looks better. I don't know why anybody would want the B version, but leave a comment if you do want the B version. We can certainly get one in for you if you did want it specially, but it's more expensive and doesn't even look as good in my opinion. So anyway, I've had a look at the boxes there, just a quick look at the top, and there's the animation studio, and the other one's pretty much the same. So let's get those out of the way and actually look at the figurines. So the figurine here of Hinata has three pieces. You've got the bottom half of the body, the top half, and then the jacket. And Oikawa Toru is pretty much the same, except he has a fourth piece, which is the arm. And they also do actually come with stands. So this is what the stand looks like. So it's just a little plastic piece, and that goes around the feet. And this white one is actually for Toru Oikawa, and the black one, sorry I'm moving the camera around, is for Hinata. Which is very strange actually, because Hinata's shoes are white and Toru Oikawa's is black. So I don't know why they have a white stand for black shoes and a black stand for white shoes. That just to me doesn't make sense. Now, you don't really need the stand for this one, but you do kind of need the stand for this one, because he will definitely fall back. So you kind of do need to use it. and they look a bit silly really, but anyway. So I really like the detailing on the figure. You can see the little sort of logos and the printing on the jersey. You can see the collar, there's nice detail in there. Also the zip looks really good. And there's a good look at the face. And even all the creases in the pants or the shorts there, and their little sort of knee pads. And even the bottom of the shoes actually have a lot of detail. So that's actually quite impressive. And the back, you do have the number printed on there as well. So lots of detail. And you will notice that you can just take the jacket off, which is really cool, because in the past a lot of the figures that Banpresto have released actually have sort of pins that go into this, so you can't really display it without the jacket. But I think that's great that you actually have the choice of being able to do that. And again, you can see a lot of detail in the jacket with the sleeves and that sort of thing, so very authentic looking figure. And it's cool how you can sort of have those two styles. Now this figure is about 170 millimeters, and you can see this just pops on there. Now it does fall off relatively easily. You don't sort of have to tilt that much to actually, yeah, it's not too bad. But if you're just displaying it, it's going to sit there no problem at all. It's a nice snug fit. Let's now have a look at this figure here. So pretty much the same deal. I really like the I really just like the detail of his arm. It actually looks quite muscular. Sorry, it's not going into focus. Why is that not going into focus? And you can just see the, actually it might be easy just to take the jacket off. So he's got that nice sort of grimace, and then the sports logo. There is actually a Japanese company called Mizuno who make a lot of sportswear, so if you ever see Japanese competing at the Olympics and that sort of thing, then you will actually see them wearing Mizuno, which is a little bit different to that, but I think that's sort of a play on that company. And then the shin pads, it's actually hard to see, but the black one there actually does have some crossed hatch printing or molding on that. So just a lot of really nice detail there. And the shoes, now these shoes actually have nothing on the bottom of them. It's a bit odd, given that the other one did, but anyway. And again, you can just see they really got the mold of those legs with the calf muscles really well done. And if you just look around the back, so again, nice printing on the jacket, and it's very easy just to take that off, and you've got the Japanese printed which says Aoba Josai. And again, just really nice sculpting there of the muscle and the fingers, and different display opportunities. Now he's actually quite big. He's about 205 millimeters, so he's just over 20 centimeters. He's pretty big, so you can see clearly the size difference of those two figures. And there's just a sort of comparison, visual comparison with an iPhone 5 case, so you can see the relative dimensions of that. But two pretty nice figures. I kind of preferred that they put them on the stands like they do with the standard DXF figures. So if you've seen these ones, I've reviewed some of these before. You actually do get them on these hexagonal black stands, and they all go together. I probably would have rathered that than those sort of circular plastic stands I showed you before. but you know, each to their own, I guess. It also would have been cool to have a volleyball in one of their hands, which we've seen in some of those DXF figures I just showed you the boxes of. But I don't know, the stances that they're in I think are kind of cool as they are anyway. So that is the Haikyu Creator figures released by Banpresto in 2015. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.